Hi, this is Thomas. Welcome to Diver Underworld. Join me as we explore the underwater world in and around Florida. I'll do a short video kind of talking about the apps I use and what I use them for. So I'll try to run through these. The first one, Diver's Log. I don't really use that app, but I used to have an i300 computer and I saved a bunch of dives on it, so I keep the app around. I don't know, I guess it's a numbers game. I can look back at dives. There wasn't very many interesting dives in the early days, but I can look back. Dive Plus, I use Dive Plus. Sometimes I'll use it to put the red back in photos. I've been doing less of that, but my GoPro 8 does a decent job. I also have a GoPro 7, which doesn't do as good a job. Everything on the 7 goes through Dive Plus. The 8, it really depends, but it seems like when I run stuff through Dive Plus, sometimes it almost like over edits the photo. I use the GoPro Quick. That's pretty much the new GoPro app for downloading and viewing and trimming. So on the GoPro side, you can do a lot of that before you put it on your phone. Tides Near Me. I use Tides Near Me mainly for shore dives, and it's not as prevalent down here in Florida. In the Northwest, Tides Near Me is like, you can't dive without it, but down here it's I just use it for shore dives. Log Track by Scuba Pro, I still use that one a lot. I'm running the G2 and I download every dive. I look at them, I label them where they were. I was just sending my buddy Colton a dive we did 2 years ago that I had logged on there. I was looking back and I wrote down what that dive was and where it was, and it was with Colton and all that. But the PADI app I use, if you're moving around to a new town, checking something out, I'd say the main thing I use the PADI app for is you can find PADI retailers, and it's nice to know where all the PADI shops are. Not that it matters, but to me it does. Y2 Studio is that's an app I used. It's linked in with YouTube, and I use it to manage my videos and content. Climb, that's kind of a weather tracking app. You set it to your location and it'll tell you if you got lightning, incoming, outgoing, rain. It's pretty useful during the hurricane season, but sometimes I'll get clouds and they'll tell me I got lightning 10 miles out, so that's good for that. I use the compass, just the regular iPhone compass I use. When I'm getting in the water, I always want to know like what my out is, and even though like diving off the east coast of Florida, west is home, I generally keep track of the degree. So if I'm diving out and going a certain way, I want to know, like, it's just something I do. I try to come out of the water within like 10 feet of where I went in, and for me it's just math. I just enjoy it. Google Earth I use a lot. I'll look at Google Earth to kind of look around. Sometimes you can see reefs and shallow with Google Earth, so it's been good for that. Adobe Express, I use that. That's a really good app for making like thumbnails. If you see like a YouTube thumbnail or an Instagram thumbnail, Adobe Express works wonders for that. The Pay by Phone app I use a lot. That one I use most of the parking. You can use Pay by Phone anymore. You don't have to actually scan your card or put money in for parking. So I downloaded that and I use it a lot. I have two others here. I have D-Shake, which I've played with. I haven't messed with it too much, but you can take shaky videos and you can clean them up in that app. I plan on giving it another go, but it seemed like I had a lot of bugs last time I used it. That's pretty much what I use right now, but I'm always looking for new apps and new ways to play around with my media. It's kind of a hobby of mine outside of diving.